You're jamming with Cha-Cha. Jamming 101.5.
Good morning to you, my chicos y mi chicas. It's 8 o'clock in the Mile High City, KJHM, Strasburg, Aurora. Jamming 101.5 is Denver's old school jams. Hey, it's Cha. 10 minutes, I got a special guest. Ooh, I'm anxious to talk to him. James Mejia, he's running for mayor, and we'll be talking to him in the next 10 minutes right here, okay? On Jamming 101.5. Jamming 101.5, Denver's old school jams. It's 810, Milli Vanilli, girl, you know it's true. We're talking about them in the studio here, and they got the royal shaft, didn't they? I am so happy to have James Mejia in the studio with me. You're running for mayor, and I got to tell you, stopping by today is just making my day, James.
Hey, it's making my day, especially listening to all these old school jams.
Did you grow up with the old school?
This is my era. This is my wheelhouse, Cha.
It is? Tell me one of your favorite artists that we play.
Well, hey, already this morning you hit Terrence Trent D'Arby, one of the best albums of all time, Wishing Well, in my opinion. So you're already getting there.
All right. Well, James, you're running for mayor. My first question to you is why? Why did you decide to run for mayor?
You know, when I think of all the opportunities I had growing up in Denver, now with 3 girls at home, I think about making sure that they have the same kind of opportunities, going to school, safe neighborhoods, the kind of exposure to arts and culture that I had growing up. So very excited about the optimism that to build the kind of Denver where they can have the same kind of opportunities.
And you're one of 12 kids, so we have something a little bit in common. I'm one of 10.
So that's a big family.
And one bathroom. Did you have one bathroom?
We all the kids had one bathroom we had to use. We weren't allowed to use our parents' bathroom.
See, we only had one bathroom in the house, and it was like crazy sometimes, crazy. So let's talk about real quick about education. What do you want to do about education in Colorado? You
know, when you think about a great city, it needs a great education system, and not only for the quality of life for the kids who are growing up, and we're trying to make them productive citizens and leaders of our community. But when we consider that half the kids in Denver don't even graduate from high school, it's unacceptable for a place like Denver. So we need to make sure that we're starting early with early childhood ed, that we're taking the profession of teaching much more seriously, that we're putting the resources in the hands of teachers to get the job done. And teachers are so important. I'll tell you my story real quick. I didn't graduate from high school. I dropped out. And all my friends were going to college, and I was like, ooh, well, what am I going to do? So I went back and I got my GED. And there was this woman there at this place that I used to go and, to take all my classes and stuff. Dr. Soledad Garganta was her name. And she helped me, and she was my mentor through the whole thing. And I even went to college. I was the first one in my family to go to college. So it's so important to even start from, from when they're little. Yeah, well, it's amazing. I'm from a family where both of my parents were the only one in their family to go to college. But one generation later, they made sure that all 13 of us went to college. Right. So the importance of education can't be overstated. Right, and my parents both had third-grade educations. So that was great. So we're going to take a commercial break here, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk to you a little bit more, okay? All right, sounds good. James Mejia, he's running for mayor, and he's in the studio with us. So if you want to call and maybe ask him a question, you can do that, okay? 303-597-1015. Cha-cha, we're going to kick off 30 minutes commercial-free for you. Got Michael Jackson on the way, Midnight Star, new edition. We're also talking to James Mejia this morning. He's running for mayor. Going to be asking him some questions, too, all right? Let's do it.
Yes, this is where James Mejia is this morning.
Yes, he's sitting right across from me. Say hi.
Hey, James, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing out there?
What are you going to do for the people of Denver if you're elected mayor?
Well, I got to tell you, we got to put people back to work first and foremost. We got to make sure that our kids are getting through this education system, and we got to make sure we're reinvesting in neighborhoods that haven't gotten attention in some time.
That sounds good. Our education system is really suffering right now. They want to give all the policemen raises and all the firefighter raises and all the city workers raises, but what about the teachers that are supposed to be taking care of our kids for the future here? What about getting them some raises, and what about cutting all this funding for all the schools?
Yeah, well, I'm with you. Hey, my dad taught for 40 years in DPS, and my wife was a teacher, so I know how thin the resources are inside the classroom. I'm all for giving teachers the tools they need to get the job done.
My mom was a teacher for 30 years at the Escuela Tlatelolco.
Ah, excellent.
I went to school there since I was like 4 years old till like 8th grade, till they shut down the first school, so
There you
I
go.
was fortunate I was able to go there, and I learned some stuff from there, but I graduated from Lincoln High School in South Denver, and, I didn't go to college or nothing, but I have a small business that I've been running successfully for 20 years, but the economy is taking a hit on me now, and, now I'm at that point, whether do I stay in business or do I shut down and go somewhere else?
Yeah, well, hang in there. We need strong small business to make Denver grow.
Yeah, I understand that, but then, small business are, and for a measly $800 or $900, then if you don't pay your quarterly sales tax, they're over there threatening to padlock your door and everything,
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling. We appreciate it, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I want to thank you again for coming in and talking to us today. Well, I want to play a little game with you. Okay,
All
I'm
right.
going to shoot some questions out at you, and then you tell me the first thing that pops to your mind. Okay,
All right,
and
all
it's
right.
about Denver. You're a local boy. Come on, born and raised.
Born and raised,
Where
that's
do you
right.
go for the best chili cheeseburger?
My campaign office is over by Jack and Grill.
Yeah,
over
Jack
on
and
Federal, over on Federal 25th. So I got to give a shout out to Jack Martinez and the crew over there. Jack and Grill is a great spot.
Yeah, I love Jack. Have you ever tried that big burger?
That intimidates me.
That's crazy, huh? Okay, who's your favorite football team?
Oh, Broncos, without question.
There you go.
What? Come on.
Where's your favorite place to go get a beer? Just to hang out.
Oh man, that's tough. Just to hang out?
Yeah.
At home.
Home?
I don't get to do that enough.
Just hang out with your family,
Home
just
with
chill
the
at home.
family, absolutely.
All right. There are a couple of things that are just my personal request. When you win, and you become our next mayor, can you do me a favor and do something with the eyes of that stallion out of DIA that freaks everybody out? Those red eyes. It's scaring the tourists. Come on now.
That's it's an interesting piece of artwork.
It is.
That'll tell you that beauty's in the eye of the beholder, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. My friend Dot came to visit me from New Hampshire not too long ago, and that's the first thing she said she goes, "What's up with that horse and those eyes?" And I go, "I don't know. It's just a little scary."
It's an interesting thing to see. First thing you see on your way into Denver.
Yeah, it's crazy. The second thing, again, like I said, just on a personal note here, James, okay? Just a personal note. When you become mayor, can you kind of maybe pull some strings so that I could throw out a pitch at the Rockies games? I've always wanted to do that.
Hey, I want to do that too.
Then we can both do it.
There you go. Okay.
All right. Again, James Mejia, he's running for Denver mayor. We got to remind everybody that they need to vote.
Well, listen, this is an opportunity. It's a responsibility. When people say things can't be done or we can't make changes, you can, and you can by using your voice, which is your vote.
Yeah, it's a privilege. It's a privilege that we have to make a difference. Even something silly like American Idol last week when Pia got booted off.
Yep.
I'm sitting there on the couch going, I can't believe they booted. Did I vote? No.
There you have it.
You know what I'm saying?
There
And
you
that's
have it.
just idle. Every vote counts. It counts. It counts. It counts. So get out there and vote. If you're not registered to vote, you got to get out and get registered to vote.
Absolutely. It'll be a mail-in ballot. Ballots will come to your mailbox starting this Friday, at the latest, probably early next week, and they have to be turned back in by May the 3rd.
All right. So good to have you in here. Couple
Thank
of
you
shout
so
outs
much.
for you. Joe Salazar said to say hi.
Oh, yeah.
Judy and Paul Bonaquisti.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we met you. We were talking about that. We have friends in common. We met at a white rabbit party or a white elephant party.
White elephant,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
a couple of years ago at Judy and Paul's house. It was great. I went home with the toilet seat. What'd you go home with?
I don't take anything home. I usually hide it in their couch or in a bedroom or something.
You just don't go anywhere with
Yeah.
it. James Mejia, once again, thank you so much for coming in. I totally appreciate it. And good luck to you, sir, and victory
Thanks
coming
for
your
having
way.
me.
All right?
All right.
All right.
You're jamming, jamming